All right,
Sure.
come on. Firstly, well, we have gates at all of our schools,
Okay.
and we have a security guard.
Okay, we don't have that at our schools.
Well, this is our library. As you see, it's not like most libraries. And below we have the mosques. Do you guys know what a mosque is? This is our library that's up here, and down below here is also our mosque. This is a normal classroom in Turkey.
Do they sit two together?
Yeah, they do. And unlike in America where we go to other classes, we stay in the same class and the teacher comes to us. This is one of our science rooms, our physics room. And our education system, like how we learn, is much more different in Turkey. In high school, it's all for one test. And that one test says what you can be, what university you can go to. So studying is very, very important, especially here in Turkey.
Did you hear him say that they spend their entire education preparing for one test?
And that test determines what job they will have when they grow up? Whoa.
We'd better get studying.
There's math.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Language.
A, B, C, Ç, D, E, F, G, yumuşak G, H, I, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, Ö, P, R, S, Ş, T, U, Ü, V, Y, Z.
And the arts.
Except for that one super humongous gigantic mega test, Turkish schools are pretty much like American schools.
Yeah, but that test?
All right, well, that's a normal Turkish school. What do you guys think?
I liked it. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, thanks for the tour.
There are many religions in the world. Judaism, Hinduism, Christianity, Islam. In America, Christianity is the most popular form of worshiping God. In Turkey, the most popular religion is Islam.
People who practice Islam are called Muslims. People who practice Christianity are called Christians.
Just like here in America, where not everyone is a Christian, not everyone in Turkey is a Muslim. Christians do worship freely in Turkey. However, not many Christians call Turkey home. That wasn't the case 1,500 years ago. Back then, the region was a very important place for Christians and Christianity.
Remember Ephesus? Well, Ephesus is referred to in the Christian New Testament. Paul's epistle to the Ephesians gives instructions to the church of Ephesus on how to be a better church.
Imagine walking in places that were mentioned in the Bible. Well, we did just that. These are the ruins of St. John's Basilica, a church built upon the tomb of the Apostle John. Christianity teaches that after Jesus went to heaven, his apostles were sent to faraway places to tell about him. The apostles John and Paul traveled to Asia Minor,
Or in Turkey, as it's called today in Turkish.
From this city, St. John and others spread the gospel throughout the whole region.
Remember the story of the birth of Jesus? What was Jesus' mother's name? Right, Mary.
Well, Jesus asked John to take care of his mother after he died. It is believed that John brought her with him to Turkey, and this is her home where she lived. Today, Turkey maintains the site as an important destination for Christians. As we tied a little patch of cloth to symbolize a prayer, we could almost feel St. Mary looking over us.
Awesome.
Throughout Turkey, we found other examples of just how intertwined Christianity is to the fabric of Turkish culture, like the incredible mosaics that decorate the ceilings at the Museum of St. Saviour in Chora.
It was once a church.
And the huge Church of Holy Wisdom, or Hagia Sophia.
For 900 years, it was the biggest church building in the world.
Many important decisions that still affect Christian worship today were made right here. Muslims worship too. They call God Allah and follow the Prophet Muhammad, who wrote their holy book, the Quran. And everywhere in Turkey, you'll see the buildings where Muslims pray to Allah. Mosques. The first thing we learned is that you have to take off your shoes before entering a mosque.
That's done out of respect for Allah by keeping the carpets and the mosque clean.
The Muslim is called to prayer 5 times a day. Call to prayer is heard at dawn, at the midday, about the middle of the afternoon, just after sunset, and at nightfall about 2 hours after sunset.
It was really neat to hear the call to prayer every day. It was like a little reminder to take time and remember to pray.
One thing you'll also notice in Turkey is that many women wear scarves around their heads. These are meant to shroud the face. Muslim tradition requires that both men and women dress modestly in public. And for women, that means covering their heads. In Turkey, scarves come in many shapes and sizes and are very pretty. But since Turkey is a secular nation,
that's a nation separate from the religion of its people, like the United States.
The wearing of scarves is optional. From what we saw, most women and girls cover their heads.
The men and boys dress just like the men and boys in the United States.
One thing is for sure, just like Christianity is very important to many here in America, Islam is a big part of Turkish life.
Amen. Or as Muslims say at the end of their prayers, Ameen.
People in Turkey greet each other with a kiss on the left cheek, followed by a kiss on the right cheek.
Almost every day of our trip, we got to visit people in their homes.
We ate.
We met new friends.
We ate.
We gave and received presents.
We ate.
And we ate.
Like I said, we ate.
Most of the people in Turkey's cities live in apartment buildings. We saw beautiful tiles decorating walls and floors. We climbed lots of stairs to our hosts' homes.
When we arrived, we took off our shoes before going inside.